How you doing, people? It's really dark outside, and I know you can barely see me, but I arrived to work a little bit early, so I decided to sit in my car for a little bit. And I was just, just thinking, I don't know, for a man, I could only speak for a woman, but being a woman in today's day and age, it is extremely difficult to be a woman in today's day and age. It's really, really hard. It's like you want to form emotional connections with other women, but you're scared because you've been hurt so much in the past by them that a part of you want to and a part of you don't, because you don't want to get hurt and you don't want to be disappointed. In the meantime, you can't form friendships with men because men and women, they just don't do well together. As far as friendships, if you have a guy that's a friend, eventually, and you're attractive and he's attractive, eventually you guys gonna start falling for each other. So that's why men and women are different. You understand? Because it's saying I have a guy best friend and you're a female that's just looking for trouble, or a female saying a man saying I have a woman best friend, that can lead to trouble too, especially when you both have significant others in your lives, because that can create a problem. So you can't be friends with women and you can't be friends with men. So a lot of women are sometimes, struggling. Your husband should be your best friend, but it's not everything that you can talk to your husband about, because men have a tendency to want to fix things. Like, if you start talking to them about something, immediately they want to go and fix the problem, when it's not even sometimes a problem to be fixed. You just want somebody to listen to you. You just want to talk. And and if they feel like it's something that they can't fix, they get aggravated, so you don't want to stress them out, or you don't, they don't understand that you just need somebody to listen, because immediately they want to go into fix it mode. And sometimes it's just something that they just can't fix. So I spent a lot of time just by myself, and you can always talk to God, and that's what I do. And the best thing about that is that you can be so transparent, because he sees your heart. He knows you. He's not judged. He's not going to judge you. He's going to forgive you. Even if your heart is not right, he is merciful, and you can still talk to him, and he will help you. But I was just sitting here in my car thinking, like, wow, it's like being a woman, nobody has any idea, how hard it is to be a woman in this day and age, because it's really difficult, and a lot of time we have a lot going on, a lot of us have to work outside of the home. We have responsibilities inside of the home. We're getting older, we're aging. We have body image, self-esteem issues, issues with self. Some of us has been through trauma, and we have not healed, or we're still in the process of healing, and a lot of the stuff that we're going through it alone, because, we tend to just put on our big face and keep it going, but we go through a lot of stuff emotionally, mentally, physically. Women, we're really, how I could say, resilient. We're really, amazing people. And it just shows you how good God is, because he created us, but he didn't create us to be in an environment like this. He created us to be in a supportive environment of each other, loving environment, giving environment, where you live in a community where your next door neighbors and everybody know each other, and you bake cookies, and the kids play together, and you have a loving relationship with each other, and with a sense of community. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make us to be in an environment where we are literally afraid of each other. Everybody's locked away in their own little space. And that's why there's so much depression going on, because this is not the environment that God made us to be. But we have grown to not trust each other. So, and we tend to hurt each other. So only the people closest to you sometimes can really hurt you. And some of us have been through trauma, and they're not like, it's just rather to just be by yourself than to risk that kind of pain or emotional pain. So there's a lot of, lonely women around. And that's why there's so much women that's struggling with depression, because we were not meant to be this way. Yeah. So I'm just sitting in my car, a little bit before I go inside to work. And, when you have things going on and you can't talk to anybody about it, just like I'm in my car now, just talk to God about it. He's always there. He's always listening. He knows you better than you know your own self. Sometimes we get ourselves in situations that we have a hard time getting ourselves out of. And some situations we have to pray out of it. And only God can really help us out of it, because, we as women, we have big hearts. When we love hard, we love strong. And, and so we are always in a situation where we're just, we can easily be hurt. So a lot of us spend time protecting ourselves from that pain. And we're not very trustful. Some of us are, of people, and relationships. And it's a really hard place to be, because, sometimes we need one another, to help us through those hard times, especially if your parent is not around. Some of us, especially older women, we've lost our parents, mom's not around, dad's not around. And so those were the people that we felt like we can go to, we can be transparent, we can talk to. And when you don't have that, you feel like you miss out on a whole lot, because you can't really, you don't really feel like you can really talk to somebody the way you can like talk to your mom. And for me, I miss my mom a lot, because she was my everything. And the world is a whole lot more harder without her in it. But, I'm not the only one going through that. People all over the world is going through that. And it's very hard. It's hard for all of us. And that's why we need to support each other, and we need to love each other. And I'm not saying not be cautious. In this world, we have to be cautious and careful. But, we have to, start trying to open up a little bit and let people in, instead of just shutting everybody out or keeping everybody at a distance. Because although you will feel safe in where you don't feel that you're vulnerable to people hurting you, it could also be a very lonely place to be, So I just wanted to share a little of that with you. We go through things too. We're not always as tough as we portray ourselves to be. But God is there. And He does love you, cares for you, no matter how bad you think you are, no matter how many mistakes you have made. He still loves you, and He still listens to your prayer, regardless of what anybody may say. So you just got to keep praying. You got to keep your head up. You got to keep fighting. And you got to forgive yourself for whatever mistakes you've made. You have to love yourself. You have to love, others. And the more you give of yourself is the less that you will stay focused on yourself. And the more you will grow to love yourself. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Have a good night. Be safe. Bye now.